But John, can you tell us how Keanu's doing? Is he good to go?
Yeah, the protocol, he's been very good this week, so unless something drastically changes, he'll be ready to go to Saturday.
Tell us just how valuable he is to the side.
Oh, look, all of our players are valuable, but Keanu, his athleticism, the way he can be an elite player both defensively and offensively, one of the very few guys who can impact a game at both ends at his level when he's at his best. So to have him back is a beautiful return.
Anything more specific?
Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
So you'll have the entire squad available, which is a luxury you've rarely had. And would this also be the highest fitness levels they've all been from a health perspective? Because pre-season, a lot of them had a few grumbles they were working through.
Yeah, we are heading in the direction that you're hoping regarding fitness, having everyone available. But as you said, I think Hoop Fest was the first time we had everyone available. So that's a work in progress. We've had a good number of practices this week with everyone on the court. So that's good. So we're trending in the right direction.
So how advantageous is it for you to be able to finally see what this group will actually look like with people healthy and all available at the same time?
Yeah, I've answered this question a little bit in the fact that when you put a roster together, you always think how the pieces will work together. We just haven't had that. Now, in saying that, the younger group of players on our team have had great experience against some of the elite teams in this competition. So it's been a good baptism by fire for those guys. So I think as we work through our season and work to our best, these things allow you to achieve that hopefully a little quicker.
So you're excited to see what all the pieces can finally look like together?
Yeah, absolutely. Now the trick is for me to figure out what the rotations are, who needs to be on the floor with each other and so forth. But to have everyone available is the exciting part of it all.
Have you seen enough everybody yet to know what, in your own mind, you think the best mix will be?
Well, you certainly have thoughts in your mind of who's going to work well together, but you also have to be mindful, how can I get the best out of an individual with the other four guys on the team? And maybe the style of play, the tempo, all of those types of things. Especially when you've got dynamic players coming off the bench like Pepper and Henschel. And Hiram Harris over the last couple of games, I think he's returned to some good form with the way that he's been able to change the momentum of games when he's come in.
Travel's a part of basketball, we understand that, but you're getting in early on the morning of the day of the game, is that right? How do you counter that issue? Or how will you go through that after?
So this is something we've done previously, so this flight isn't anything different to us. Like a number of Western Australian teams, we try and keep our body clocks relevant to Perth time. So that's our craziness behind it all.
And what about New Zealand coming off being in America? Do you think that's an advantage for you? You think they'll be tired? How do you think they'll come off that travel?
That's for them. They played tonight against Brisbane, and then they travel back to New Zealand, so they do have a tough travel. But right now, with everyone on deck for us, it's about how do we approach it. We can't be worried about New Zealand's travel.
Do you scout those American games at all, or have you scouted their pre-season and their Hoops Fest?
All of the above. I certainly put a little more thought behind the pre-season and the two games that they've played already, just because of the difference in the NBA rules, the court and all of that. Now, we certainly watch those games to see if they do strategically anything different.
It is weird though, isn't it, when it's been so long since they played here, that they could have changed a lot while they were away. Does that make it difficult for you to compare to other matches to prepare for?
A team is you can change subtly, but I don't think you can have an overhaul, especially with them. They're evolving. They've only played 2 games at the NBL level. So I'm sure there's a large part of them trying to figure out who they are. So you got to be cautious when you get anxious to try new things.
What are the main threats you're looking out for from the Breakers?
Oh, look, it starts with Parker in the backcourt. He's one of the elite players in this, and any guy that can get downhill and get into the paint like he does, if you allow him to just get in there, then other players and defensively we're rotating, so then there are other players that are good three-point shooters, and all of a sudden their strength becomes a huge part of it. So keeping him in front and out of transition is really key.
And just with Pinder, do you expect him to play full minutes, or will he be on like limited game time?
He'll be full tilt if he's available, and like we're planning that he's full tilt. I'm just being mindful of the protocols that come along with concussion, but he's had a good week of practice.